you. All right, we got Nikole coming up next. Hi, Nikole. Welcome. Great to see you. All right, we're just going to do a quick check-in because I know we've been here for a couple of hours first. So how is everyone doing? Are you getting value? If you're getting value, put the letter V in the chat. Put the letter V in the chat. Oh, we always want to check in just to make sure that we're really offering you guys the value. And by the way, we did a survey recently, and a lot of the things that we saw from the survey are the things that we're actually covering today. So for everyone who completed the survey, and if you're here or when you catch the replay, know that we are hearing you, we're listening to what your feedback is, and we're delivering on the feedback. So Nikole, welcome to the virtual stage. So a little bit about Nikole and then the topic. So who here would like endless leads? If you want endless leads, say L in the chat, because y'all are in for a treat, because Nikole will show you how you can unlock endless leads, where she's going to talk about growth, her organic growth strategy that you may be overlooking. Okay, so a little bit about Nikole, and then Nikole, of course, you're going to jump right in. Nikole is a marketing strategist and entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience helping businesses grow through organic marketing. She's the founder of Shield Bar Marketing, and she specializes in reputation management and leveraging customer reviews to generate leads and boost credibility. With a background in publishing and digital marketing, she's dedicated to helping businesses scale without relying on massive ad budgets. So welcome, Nikole. Great to have you. So good.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today, Zena. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who is here. Could you do a quick favor and pop in the chat where you're from? I know I have actually one person I know in real life on here, so.
Yeah, pop in the chat, get engaged, guys. Connect. Yeah, share where you're from. Put in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. And of course, if you can get on camera, please get on camera, because we'd love to see your beautiful faces as well. Got Charlotte, North Carolina representing.
Awesome.
What else we got? Tucson. Awesome. Welcome, David. Arizona.
Awesome. Very good.
Long Beach, California. Nice. Awesome. Syracuse, New York. Welcome. So good. Los Angeles. Go LA, Southern California. Yay. All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys. So I do have a presentation show. I'll go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah, go for it. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay. So, well, yes, slideshow. Can you see a gray and blue screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Okay. So as Zena said, I am Nikole Haumont. I am the CEO and founder of Shield Bar Marketing. We are a full service agency, and today I am going to talk about the organic part of it, but whatever you need help with, we actually kind of do all of it. And it's not just me. I have a team of amazing people who help support myself and our clients that we have across the United States, Canada, and Northern Mexico. So quickly, who is Shield Bar Marketing? So Shield Bar is actually our family cattle brand that my grandpa Wilk registered back in 1942 in the state of Wyoming. I grew up on a working cattle and sheep ranch in the southeast corner of Montana. Summer pasture cows over in Wyoming. We did all of our business in South Dakota. I literally grew up in the county that has the most cows per person in the entire United States. We ourselves ran 500 head of mama cows, 100 head of replacement heifers, and 1,000 head of sheep. So I grew up a lot differently than most people, including going to a 2-room schoolhouse that had outhouses until 8th grade. So if y'all can beat that, go for it. But there was 2 of us who graduated to 8th grade together. I have been in websites since 1999. I actually took online courses way back then via dial-up to learn how to code websites. Took a detour into the print industry. Started a magazine, sold the magazine, ended up working for GoDaddy in Iowa for a 1.5 years before I started Shield Bar in 2013. We've grown. I've now moved to Sahuarita, Arizona, so we're south of Tucson. And in 2024, actually a year and like 10 days ago, I acquired another marketing agency out of the state of Oklahoma. So we have an entire remote team and we have clients everywhere. My team is here in Arizona. We also have some in Oklahoma, we have them in Tennessee, South Dakota, and we have a military spouse over in Germany who works for us. Coming out this year, hopefully end of March, first part of April, you'll be able to see me on The Blocks, which is an entrepreneur competition show that we filmed last August. And if you would like to hear more, I will probably be featured pretty prominently on the show. So getting into the presentation, 98%. 98% of people, that should also probably include most of us, look online for reviews before deciding to make a purchase of a product or a service or going to a local business. So whether it's the Amazon products, it's your hair salon, it's your Medicare agent, if you don't have reviews out there, people aren't finding you. So what we're going to cover today, how organic lead generation works, why reviews are the missing piece, steps to turn your reviews into lead generating machines. I'll have some room for questions and answers at the end if you're so moved to ask. And I have a special offer for all attendees and a bonus gift for the VIPs. So I believe you can still upgrade to VIP today too.
Yes.
So what is organic lead generation? It's attracting those potential customers without paying for ads. Now, when you're first starting out, you still need to probably network with a lot of people. Once you actually have budget and you need to scale faster, you may still need to want to do pay-per-click and meta advertising and stuff like that. But as you bring people in, you need to continue asking for the reviews because it helps with search engine optimization. It helps with your content marketing. And most importantly, it creates that social proof. Reviews actually help Google and Bing and the other search engines find you for more relevant content. And when you screenshot them and create them into a post, you have more content marketing that adds credibility to you. So what makes a good reputation? Now, this isn't me talking, this is statistics from Bright Local. They do a survey every single year about what's going on in the United States with reviews. Good reputation online gives you credibility. You need average star rating. You want to keep it as close to the 5.0 as you can. Yes, we're all humans, so maybe you get a 4.9. My first review on Shield Bar is a 3 from somebody that I never heard of. They've never done any work with us, but hey, I have a 4.9 because somebody I never even knew left me a 3-star review. No explanation why. But you also need to know how often you're getting reviews, how old they are, because a lot of people think reviews over 3 months of age aren't valid anymore because business changes so fast and so rapidly, especially when you think of the service industries like your salon and your restaurants and that. If they have a bad review from last week, but 3 months ago they were great, what happened? Who changed? Did the chef leave? Did they have somebody walk out? So making sure they're frequent is very important and recent. And then of course, responding to reviews. Whether it's negative or positive, respond to every single review because that shows that you care. And I have an extra bonus that I'll pop into the chat at the end, but I have a YouTube video that I did on how to use ChatGPT to take the emotion out of replying to those negative reviews. And so I'll share that link with you. I do use ChatGPT on a daily basis. My entire team, we actually all use the same paid ChatGPT and we each have our own folder in there. But we've trained it on our Shield Bar voice, and then we've also trained it on our different clients that we help create content for. You still need that human factor in. Don't just rely on what good old ChatGPT is going to tell you because it's still not 100% accurate on everything. But keep using it to respond to your reviews and to do other things with it. On the right-hand side, one of the biggest statistics I want to point out is 65% of people will leave a review if you ask them. So how many people have you touched base with in the last year that you could have asked to leave you a review because you spoke in front of them, you provided a service for them, you sold them a product? The thing is though, usually because we're all so busy, you have to ask more than once, and maybe you need to do it through SMS and email both. But how many customers will you save by addressing your online reputation? So why do reviews generate more leads than ads? They create visibility. Google likes itself. It's not just Google, but Google likes itself. And if people are leaving reviews on there and it's connected to what they're searching for, it's more likely your profile will show up. It creates trust because they're like, oh, other people have used this company, have bought this product, and they like what they see. It's been shown that people actually trust reviews more than a personal recommendation. That's another statistic from Bright Local, that people will actually, even though their best friend said, oh my gosh, this is the best Thai restaurant ever, they'll go read the reviews. And if it's not there and they don't think it's congruent, they're like, nope, we're not going. And it helps with your conversion because they're like, oh, these people have seen these results. Missed opportunities include many businesses, coaches, consultants, any entrepreneur, anybody who works with any people or sells a product. Many businesses don't actively manage their reviews. And then you're not responding. If you don't respond, you lose trust because people are like, okay, do they even really care if it's a positive or a negative review? And the biggest part is if you're not requesting, you're losing opportunities, period, end of question. So it's not just Google. Believe me, yes, Google is still the king when it comes to search and when it comes to reviews. But if you serve local customers, you're going to want to probably be on Google, Yelp, and Better Business Bureau. So this is, think your hair salon, your HVAC company, your garage door company, those types of businesses that serve a local customer in a local geographical area. The cool part with Better Business Bureau is it is the only review site that does not require the reviewer to create an account with them. So it's the only place I don't have to give them my personal information in order to leave a review on the HVAC company. Yelp, something interesting with them, we are a certified Yelp agency, so we actually get even more insight on the backside on some stuff. But if you go through and read their terms and conditions and way down at the bottom, if the person who is leaving the review on Yelp has not already left 4 more reviews over time on Yelp, their review will not show. So they are rewarding Yelpers, that's what they call themselves, who have taken the time to do 5 or more posts in order to show them on your profile. And Google, right now, they have a lot of stuff going off the bots. So some days you may have 50 5-star reviews, and the next day you log in, there's 38. It's a no one problem they're working on. Now, if you're in B2B consulting, you're going to want to be on LinkedIn, Clutch, Trustpilot. Those are the 3 where B2B is paramount. Ask for those recommendations. So on LinkedIn, it's recommendations. It's not a 5-star review. On Clutch, you can create your whole profile and you can ask for reviews. I personally use Trustpilot for researching pretty much any and every single software business that I am looking at adding to my business. If you're a course creator or a digital expert, you're going to want to be on SiteJabber, Facebook, and Bark. Those are good places to create your profiles and ask for reviews, recommendations, and testimonials. So according to Exploding Topics research, 88% of all online reviews are on Google, Yelp, Facebook, and TripAdvisor. So depending on what industry you're in, of course, TripAdvisor, you're in the travel industry, you got to be on there. So going into this section, where do reviews fall in to the customer activity roadmap? This is something that our company uses. We created this roadmap. And in the marketing foundation, that is your strategy. Who is your ideal client? Where are they at? How are you going to market to them? That is your branding. You want to be congruent on all platforms. Then it's also your website because that needs to have your central location for everything else. But the 4th thing in your marketing foundation is your reviews and reputation online. This communicates what your business does and it creates that trust required to capture customers. So once you have those in place, then you can go after those active searchers. So active searchers are those people who know they have a problem and they know there is a solution out there and they're ready to spend money for that solution. So the majority of the time, about 80% of the time, they're going to Google, they're typing in what they want, and the pay-per-click comes up. Well, you need to make sure that your website or landing page that you're sending them to works well, because every time they click on that ad, they're going to charge you whether you actually capture that information or not. And that's where retargeting comes into play. Now, those are customers who are looking for you. They know that's out there and they're just figuring out who they're buying from. Then you move into your passive prospects. These are people who are unaware that they have a problem, but you're planting seeds. So when they become aware that, oh, you know what? I do want to lose 30 pounds. Who is that weight loss coach that keeps showing up in my feed? Let me go find them. This is a branding play. You want to be out there in front of them. Pre-internet, so, back in the 90s and before, studies shown that it took 7 times for somebody to see your logo or your ad to realize that they'd seen your logo or your ad before. Nowadays, it's like 24 times that they see it in the newsfeed, on the road, in the newspaper, before they even realize that they've seen you before. So you have to be out there congruent across all platforms and a lot. Now, you don't have to be on every single platform all the time, but pick your top two and create a presence there. And the biggest thing is, though, don't just rely on Facebook. Don't just rely on LinkedIn, TikTok, or whatever. Move them off of those platforms to your own email and text messaging lists. Because if Facebook says, hey, we don't think you're real anymore, and they close your page down, and that's where everybody was, what happens? Same for Instagram, same for TikTok, LinkedIn. If something gets compromised and you lose the pond that you're fishing from, at least hopefully you have your SMS/text messaging list and your email marketing list. And those honestly are all things we can help with. So once you have your foundation and your active searchers and your passive searchers all being in front of them, that's when you can create on demand and scale your marketing efforts. So if you're getting ready for a summit, you can put more into posting organically on Facebook, LinkedIn, etc., plus a combination of pay-per-click ads, and you can get more into your funnel at one time. If you're going to go on vacation for 3 months, you may want to dial back on the PPC and have some different posts scheduled so you're still out there consistently, but that way it really allows you to create customers on demand. So now I have a question for you, and I'm going to have you pop it in the chat. A, B, or C? Who would you call first if you were looking for a landscaping company in Durango, Colorado? And I'm going to pop my chat open. I've seen we've got some stuff going on, but let me find it here. So A, B, or C, what would you choose? Sorry, I'm trying to navigate you. Okay, so yes, C is definitely what most people would choose. Now, statistically, they're all pretty average. Google honestly is showing custom edge because of the geolocation of the original search. But if you want to stay competitive, the more reviews you get and the higher the star rating and the more posts you keep doing on Google, the higher you're going to stay in this organic map pack. Now, especially for local businesses, you definitely want to be here. Now, I know as people who work from home, I actually work from home. My whole team is remote. I've done this long before it was cool. This is like my 13th year of working remotely. It's a little harder to get your Google listing claimed now. It can be done. You may need to switch a utility bill into your business name in order to do the verification properly, but then you can hide your address from customers on there because you have a service area. And that service area can be the entire world or it could be your county. So it is possible. I have a garage door company that they work from home and that's where they go. With the Yelp, that one, depending on which industry it is, they can be a little bit tricky. We do have a little bit more options that we can do as a Yelp agency to help you get listed on there. And honestly, Yelp is not for every industry either. Apple Business Connect is another one that is going head to head with Google on getting the reviews. Right now they pull in Yelp, but you want to claim your Apple Business Connect profile. Nowadays, that's coming pre-installed on their phones and their devices, including Ford vehicles. If you drive a new Ford vehicle, Apple Maps is the default when you type in where you want to go. So now I have another question for you. Let's pretend you're Good Earth. You are in the associations that you should be in. You're going to the chamber events. You're actually active. You're showing up. You're shaking hands. You ask your clients for referrals. You actually have a modest budget to do a radio spot because you trade out with the DJ and he gives some shouts out because you manage his lawn. You have a website, you have a Facebook page, Google, you do a postcard every once in a while. You're doing all the things. But why aren't people coming to your business? Well, they go search you and they're like, oh, you only have 3.3 stars. So they have a choice at this time. They're either going to go with your business because they actually know you and they're like, okay, well, I know they do a better job than that. They're going to do nothing, or they're going to go to your competitor. Of these three, if you didn't know them from all of the stuff on the left, who would you call first? Good Earth, Dallas Landscape, or Lambert Landscape? So it is a tough one, but honestly, if people were researching, they're going to call Lambert Landscape because they're 4.8 stars versus 3.3, even though they only have 8 reviews. Those stars are better overall ranking than the 3.3. And honestly, Lambert really needs to send Gutter the Christmas basket at the end of the year saying thank you for all the business. So let's dive into 3 best practices for reviews. Make it easy. So ask them via text, ask them via email with a link that lets them choose which platform they're going to leave it on. The software that you guys are going to have as your free gift includes that they can leave a video testimonial, so they can literally do a selfie video. You get to decide whether it gets published or not, so you want to make sure it's appropriate. But they can do it right from their phone and they get to review it. Or they can click and say, oh, I want to do 5 stars, and it, we were sending them to Google or wherever we choose to. You also want to make sure you manage and respond to your reviews, period, and a question. Whether it's a bad review, a non-client review, a good review, respond to it. And then leverage your best reviews for lead generation. Put them on your website. Make them social media posts. Put them on your printed material. Let people know how good you are. So key takeaways. Organic lead generation is long-term success. Yes, you may still need to do some pay-per-click advertising or meta social media advertising, but the more you can show up organically, the better. Reviews are the #1 trust builder. People actually are trusting them more than your friends. And you have the tools to start today for free. And that's what our offer is you get to have, as a regular member of the VIP, you get up to 7 or 14 days for free of any of our 4 packages. I'll get you the QR code in just a second. And for the VIPs, you actually get a full another 30 days free. So you get your 2-week trial of either the premium or the advanced, and then you get to the rest after that. So if you do scan this QR code or you pop into this website page, you can click the free trial. It tells you what you get with each of them. Part of it's going to depend on how big your current client list is and how many you want to send out. Another part is going to depend on if you want to use WhatsApp, if you want to use SMS, if you want to do the different pieces. And I do know that the VIP code, you'll need to get that from Zena for your extra 30 days discount. But now I will gladly open it up for questions or comments, or if you want to leave me a review, I can send you that link too.
So good. Nikole, thank you. I actually have a couple of questions for you because you said a couple of really, really important pieces. I'm going to start with the reviews, especially for people who are maybe starting out in their businesses and may not even have a review. So what would you advise them if someone is new, right? And they don't actually have reviews just yet? What would you say to them?
So we all have history with different people. And so especially if you're on LinkedIn, asking past coworkers for recommendations would be a good place to start. If you do speak at events like this, where you can ask for them to leave you a review on there too. You don't want to get AI generated reviews that have nothing to do with you. I mean, yes, there's good things and bad things to having AI, but you want to make sure, it's somebody who actually saw you somewhere, whether
Yeah.
it's your volunteer and they understand how passionate you are about your mission or different things like that.
Yeah, so good. And then the other thing is you said something really, really cool about moving people from your social platform to your email and text message list, right? And I'll
Yes.
share something real quick because my LinkedIn a few months ago got hacked somehow, and I have almost 30,000 connections on my
Oh,
LinkedIn,
wow.
right? And they literally locked me out. And I share this for a purpose, right? So everyone knows, right? Social platforms are great, even if you have big followings. However, like Nikole said, once they shut it down because maybe someone hacked it or whatever, you're locked out until you verify who you are, and they may or may not get you back in. You know what I mean? So going back to that, what I want to ask you is, what is your advice with people moving, for everyone here, right? Moving people from their social platforms to an email list. What's your process for that?
That is honestly offering a free lead magnet of some sort. Whether for us, we have a Google guide that we share on how to set up and optimize it. We actually offer a free reviews report. It's just going to depend on what your industry is and what you want to be known for. Now, do we want to offer do you want to offer color coding for somebody doing fashion. No, because we don't do that kind of color analysis. Now, you want to talk about color for your brand? Let's talk, which may go into your personal brand. But, make sure that it's adjacent or directly relevant to what you're doing. And I can
Yeah.
pop the link back in their chat for you.
Yeah, Brett is asking if you have a site.
Yeah, so shieldbar.com, that link will take you to the full site too. But shieldbar.com is our actual website too.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then James has a really cool question. Does Yelp and Google frown upon you asking for reviews?
So if you read their terms of service, you cannot solicit in your actual location, and you cannot solicit just for positive reviews. So yes and no. Of course, then they also send you out the stickers that say scan here while you're at the QR at checkout. So you have to do it when they've done a service, when they've bought a product, in a timely fashion when they're a real customer. Now, Google and Yelp, of course, if you don't have reviews, they penalize you. So it's a catch-22. Just don't have it, do not incentivize them that, hey, I'm going to give you $10 off your next service to leave us a review. Because if they actually then type that into like Google or something that they got that is a clear violation of their terms of services. So
Yeah.
yes, they can penalize you, but go ahead and ask for them, just not at the cash register necessarily.
Love the visual. It's so great. I think, Brett, what you're asking is, can you share again, Nikole, what is the free gift and what is, because the QR code you left is the free gift, correct? The one
So
that
yeah, the
you shared?
QR code, everybody gets either a 1 week or 2 week free trial.
Correct.
If you're a VIP, there is a special code that you can enter up when you register for the free trial that gets you an additional 30 days of the advanced or the premium platforms.
Yeah. And by the way, for VIPs, the code is in your VIP. If you're already a VIP, you already got it because I already put the code. The code is there, right? So you already have access to that. And that's a generous gift, Nikole, by the way, super, super generous. So amazing, right? So with the free, if you want to share the QR code one more time, if you want to
Yep.
share your screen just for Brett, just to hook him up. And then of course, Kelly, who's my assistant, posted the link to she posted the link to our all the free gifts, by the way, which is a speaker dashboard that has everyone's free gifts, including Nikole's free gift, right? So you can click on that, go through all the free gifts. But yeah, if you want to share it real quick for Brett and everyone here, just so he can see it.
Let me scroll down to it. So it goes to that same link that I did post into chat.
Okay, perfect.
And on our website, there, if you're on their phone, over on the right, this little pop-up, you can actually go leave us a review.
Yeah, Brett, here's the link. I'm gonna repost Nikole's link here for you, so you have it. So you can just click the link. It's the same thing. I hear you. You can't,
It goes to the same spot.
You can't get on. You get to the QR code. I got you. I got you. We got you. We got you. Thank you for using your voice. We got you. All right, you're very welcome, Brett. Awesome. All right, so I think we're good. All right, I just want to make sure. Are you cool? So, guys, for the free for everyone who's here, or when you catch the replay, you have 2 weeks on Nikole, right, for free using this QR code or link in the chat if you're here with us live. And when you upgrade to VIP, you get an additional 30 days, which Nikole offered me, gave me a code, and it's in your if you're a VIP or you upgrade to VIP, the code is there. So we got you. Okay. So thank you, Nikole. I really, really appreciate your generous heart, sharing your wisdom. It's so, so good. So amazing. And yeah, I look forward to continuing our conversation. Thank you so much. Everyone say thank you, Nikole, in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome.